Yeah, I will. Ano. Right. Good evening, guys. This is Guru Tom Pena for FMA discussion. It's not going to be an episode tonight for the normal podcast, but tonight I'm going to present Guru Jermar and Guru Paul Rosales or Maestro Paul Rosales for the charity event that we are organizing for Grandmaster Monie Velez. And uh, throughout the years of FMA discussion, helping grandmasters and masters in FMA through whatever need that they have. This is the first time that actually FMA discussion is going to do a, a series of Zoom lessons. Okay, both pre-recorded and live. Uh, to help Grandmaster Moni Velez. But before I introduce Jermar and Paul, last Monday, Dean announced that he's going to step back a little bit when it comes to the interview and has asked me to do more interviews starting March. Okay. For most of you, you know that I've been like doing the interviews in for FMA discussion, but because of internet issues that we have, I lie low a little bit during at the end of last year. So I'll be back doing the interviews. And besides, and I think Brian has also like did a video last Thursday about this. So me and Brian, together with the rest of the moderators, Aubrey and Laurie, will be doing the interviews. And besides the normal interviews of the big name, important discussions when it comes to training in FMA and sparring, um, I would also like to add now some topics with regards to health and well-being in Filipino martial arts, especially the um, mental health being. Okay, so if there are, if you know any instructors who are in that kind of field as well, please let me know so that we can I can put them for the interview. Right now, um, without further ado, I'm going to introduce Guru Jemar Carcelar of Balintawak and Maestro Paul Antoquenaco Rosales of Herosa de Cuerdas and Cerrada Escrima. Right. Good evening, guys, or good afternoon, where you are.
Hi, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Paul, Tom.
Okay.
How are you guys doing?
I'm
Hi, good
good. I'm
evening,
good. I'm good.
Tom. Good
I'm
evening,
good.
Jamar. How are you guys doing tonight?
Yep. I'm good. After a long time of not doing the podcast, I mean, 3 months, 4 months.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's because we're having like internet issues at home. And I think the last 3 or 4 interviews that I did, I kept logging out during the interview. So it was really stressful for me at that time. So oh guys, if you're watching this uh, podcast with Gemar and Paul, please say hi and tell us where you're watching from. Okay. So yeah, so I basically um, took some time off doing the interviews, but yep, this coming March I'll be doing interviews again. Okay. So how about you? How's your weekend so far?
So good so far. I mean, I thought I was working today and realized it was my day off. So it was great. No pressure, no rush. Uh, yeah, so it's a great and the weather here is awesome. I think Jamar's the same way. The weather, his weather over there.
Well, the weather is rainy today. The rain escaped you, came to us. Nice weekend so far. Quite quite busy weekend. This morning I had the function and a breakfast function. Then we went and had a session. I teach Balintawak on Saturdays, and
All
from
right.
yeah from 1 to 2:30, and Thursday 7:30 to 8:30. But it rarely ends on time because it's like when I was trained in the Philippines, I just came at like 5:30 at Grandmaster
Do,
Velez's house.
do we ever end
Coming
on
in,
time?
people start coming in and until 12. Sometimes we get to trouble with our better halves because we say at 1 to 2:30, and suddenly like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and our phones start ringing, and okay, time to go. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah. Sometimes when you say like, okay, we're training for an hour and a half, that remaining 30 minutes, that's the time when everything's just trying to kick in with our students. So you can't just stop. It's
right.
it's when they like you're getting it now. We can do something a bit more,
Cor- Correct, correct, and
and you
at the
end
same,
up adding what an hour to your training.
exactly. There was one time when I was starting off in Richmond, Virginia. We were just in a gazebo by a Catholic church. We would do it on Sundays. It was one of my members were like, "Hey, I'm going to church every Sunday." No, you're not. So it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was summer, and summer like it was still light at around 8. So it was already 8, and then now our wives start calling us and everything. But the way my culture is that we say this is the start and end time, right? Approximately, you can come in, you can go out anytime. Okay,
Hmm.
so because Balintawak is more of like what, one-on-one. Many times one-on-one is you are training at your own level. So
Yeah,
I'd say I'd rather have you go 20 minutes on the mat rather than nothing at all because life happens. So
yeah,
that's
exactly,
yeah,
exactly,
and
exactly.
and that's how I grew up in the dad of Grandmaster Monie, Grandmaster Velez. I was in high school and I was in I went there at 5:30 in the afternoon and I'd leave around 7:30. People was coming in, at
Hmm.
7:30. I would see Grandmaster Vilyasin coming in, the De La Rosas coming, even Janet Chutin coming in, and they trained till 2 o'clock. I said no, I'm leaving at 7:30. So that's how I'm also conducting my classes here.
Well, at least yeah, you're used to like sort of like an informal setting when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to training.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, um,
I mean, don't. I'm kind of looking at my other screen because actually Eugene just messaged me saying he wants the link. So
Eugene, my friend.
okay. So, hi Terry from Stockton. Hi Steve Irvin. Hi Hyle, California, and the head honcho Dean Franco. Hi
Dean.
Dean.
oh hi
Hi.
Dean.
How was your seminar? Beat the crap out of cancer seminar. Okay. So, I guess. We're the very main point actually on bringing both of you tonight is to be able to introduce to everybody the seminar. You're in pain.
Mm-hmm.
Cold bath, man. Cold bath. Okay. Um, the what's this charity event that we are going to start this coming Monday. Okay, so just for everybody, basically for everybody's information, um, how did we get about organizing this seminar? Okay,
Well,
who, who,
I can
who, re-
probably start it.
who,
Actually,
who has the better recollection?
actually, I was just surfing Facebook and Jamar posted something that GM Monie was hospitalized, and I know that uh, um, Jamar always collects money monthly. And when I saw this, I'm like, oh my God, he needs help. He needs help on this one. So right off the bat, I can't think of anybody else that can a big group that can help me raise money. So I contacted Dean and Tom right away. Um, Not even figuring out if they're going to say yes or no. I just said, hey, I need help. Um, can we do something about this? I did the same thing, by the way, when Jesse lost
Yeah, you did.
his
We had
camera.
that. We had that raffle, charity
Yeah,
raffle for Jesse. Yeah.
yep. I went straight to Dean also with that, not knowing
Mm,
how to raise money. I
mm,
figure you guys been doing this for a while. You guys have idea how to do this, and I said, hey, the guy needs help. This time it's GM Money. I mean, I know the money goes to him, but Jamar, I met him 4 years ago now, and we became good friends. And he needs help, and I'm like, how he won't be able to do this by himself. I mean, with the hospital bills,
I know it's very
me
expensive.
being a pharmacist, I know how much it costs,
Mm.
and you need money. I mean, the hospital will not make you check out if you can't pay
Yeah,
the
that's
bill,
true.
and
That's true.
the bills will just gonna pile up and pile up.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, that happened also when my late GM Owit got sick and he needs oxygen. I
Mm.
Our group raised money monthly for that, and I know it takes a lot of effort and a lot of generosity from people
Yeah,
to do this monthly.
yeah.
That's how it started. And then honestly, I didn't even ask Jamar if I can do this. I just went straight to Dean and Tom. And when you guys said yes, I go, oh shit, I forgot to say to ask Jamar if I can do this.
Yeah, well, Dean has already replied. It's what makes FMA discussion unique. We help those in need, which is very true. Ever since I started becoming a moderator in FMA discussion, become eventually becoming an admin and one of those who interview instructors, we have always organized like about three or four raffles every year.
Yeah.
Sometimes what happens is after one raffle, people come to us, we need help, so and so needs help, and then we organize another one. So it has been like a tradition in FMA discussion to hold like charity raffles for grandmasters and masters in need and other charities as well. But as I've said, this is the first time that we are going to be doing this project, and I'm actually excited and happy that we are actually doing this project. So when me and Dean had a discussion, started saying, "Well, we just actually had the raffle. Um, what can we do this time? Something different." So and because we are already getting in line into like having the Zoom lessons done by two teachers. So at least you've got that collaboration between teachers. And then we're doing like the quick bit, which is basically more on getting more information around. Um, so we said, yeah, okay, let's do it, but let's have a new format. Yep, yeah. Dean said this could be a new format from here on, which is good. So takes a little bit more planning because normally raffle goes okay. Let's just do the poster. Let's collect the money, have the donations, and but this time it's a bit more. It needs more planning, and it's actually good because you guys um, actually are also behind the organization part of this charity event. So it makes it like, yeah, we collaborated with you, collaborated with us as a matter, but as long as basically, especially you, Gemar, because you're the ones who basically know Grandmaster Money. Okay, so just before I'm going to ask you something, but before that, we go, Brian. Oh, Grandmaster Brian is here. Eugene Samuel, Gemma Carcelar is my hero. GM Yuli is actually saying hello from Valenzuela, Philippines.
Hi, good morning,
Um,
GM Yuli.
yep, yeah, and Dean also said that it reduces the reliance on donors for raffle gifts. Yeah, true. But and I'm gonna say this: ever since we started doing the raffle, there's one person who always kept on giving generously. and that is GM Brown Frank. As in, yeah, we do owe GM Brown Frank quite a lot when it comes to these raffles. Okay. Um,
Add something, and
Ryan says,
honestly,
yeah.
GM Bram Frank, I just messaged him one message. I said, "Can you? I can even finish it. Volunteer." He already said yes.
That's how generous he is.
Yeah,
He has
he
always
knows
been.
what I'm about to ask him, and he said right off the bat he wants to do it.
Yeah, yeah, he has always been. I think with Jesse's raffle, he donated about, is it four or
I think
six?
he donated six
Six
because
of the crimp.
me and June keep winning the blades.
I
He
won
goes
as well. I won one.
and he goes, I will just give it to you guys, raffle it again.
So that's how generous is it. All right, but anyway, for the sake of those, for those of who are watching, okay, and those who are going to be supporting the charity event, would you mind introducing yourself and how did you get to know Grandmaster Money, Jermar, please?
Sure. I'm Jamar Carceliar. I'm a Cebuano. Moved here to the U.S. in '97. Um, Started training with the Velezes in when I was like 14 years old under his dad, the late senior Grandmaster Chofil Velez. And so with that, I get to know the brothers, the late Grandmasters Chito Velez and Eddie Velez, and Grandmaster Monie Velez. And when the father died, they came up with a new group called Wotbag, World Original Chovels Balintawak Arnis Group. So I've always kept in touch with them. Grandmaster Moni came over here in 2015 for Balintawak Legacy in Washington D.C., and then we hooked
Mm-hmm.
up pretty well. When he went back to the Philippines in the end of 2015, 2016, um, suddenly he had be hospitalized and he needed dialysis. By the way, Grandmaster Moni only has Ramon Franco Velez only has one kidney uh, because he lost his other kidney when he was involved in a fight not his own. He said there were about 9 people who jumped his friend in an alley, all with knives, and he put them all down. The last one pulled something and he blocked it. It was a gun. So his kidney took the shot. And I said, well, it's good that he didn't finish you off. I said, well, he did, but he couldn't shoot straight. So anyway, so he'd been living with one kidney for a while, and that's why every single month he needs about his health is precarious. He needs about $1,300-$1,400 a month to just for the dialysis, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why we're doing every single month, even though he's sick or not sick. Feeling well or not, he has to do the dialysis. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to survive another month. And he's only about 2 weeks away from dying because if you don't have funds, you don't have it. So that we have a good following with that. And there are several scares in his life. The latest scare was this one 3 weeks ago. Actually, I was in Houston at the time, and we talked. 1 o'clock in the morning here, 2 o'clock in the morning in the Philippines. Hey, I said, Grandmaster Monie, I'm having seminar. I said, great, great. And then the following day, I was driving with my student onto the seminar. I received a phone call from the wife. He says, well, Grandmaster Moni is on his way to the hospital. I said, what happened? He couldn't breathe, kind of thing. So that started could you imagine starting a seminar with that in mind, right?
Yeah.
So we had that thing, and I put some fundraisers and everything because as Paul said, and in the Philippines, you cannot get into a hospital without a deposit. Number one. Number two, you cannot continue to stay in the hospital until you pay work in
Okay.
progress. Number
Mm.
three is that you cannot. They
Check
are
out.
not going to. The hospital is not going to give you the medicine. You have to buy the medicine and then
Mm.
bring it back to the hospital, right? So
Yeah.
he had a heart infection and he had a blood infection. So for with some generous donors, we were able to raise some people have to give more to bring him out of the hospital. That's why during that time when you guys came along, I was really overwhelmed. I said, I don't even know Tom or Dean, but they're helping out. So I guess this is the esprit de corps of the FMA community. So that's why I
Yeah.
was really, really overwhelmed. And I told I speak to Grandmaster Monie, maybe two or three times a week around this time. I kept calling, hey, how are you doing? Well, I'm walking, but I'm not really that. Just to give you a context. So the last time I saw him, and I was in the Philippines in last year. So for the first time, I was able to come to his house. When he walks, now he has to just rely on your shoulder. But then this time he lives. A lot of us you don't even know about this, but although Grandmaster Monie is an architect and he did a whole lot of things, they now live in a squatters area. The squatters
Mm-hmm.
area in Cebu is always on the verge of being demolished because there's certain laws. That's a separate story, different day. So when I went home with him, they live in this tiny weeny cracks, like you go downhill, but there is
Yeah.
no railings. And when someone comes at you, you have to go to the sideways so they can pass. It took us 30 minutes to get from the top of the hill down to his house. So
Oh, okay.
contrast that with me going back up, it only took me about less than 4 minutes. So so
Mm.
so yeah. So he's but the thing is that guy has grit. He has the will to live, and he's always looking forward to sharing his legacy, and that's why he's doing. And that's for you guys. We're doing a monthly seminar. That's for a fundraiser for him, but at the same time, that also is documenting the Balintawak legacy as uh, produced by the Velez lineage. Now, if you guys don't know who the Velez lineage are, big names like Grandmaster Bobby Tabuada, Tabimina, Grandmaster Nene Gabukayan, okay, many other grandmasters, Nick Elizar, right? So of course they were a lot older than me, so they're old now. I'm old, but they're a lot older than me. So this is the group from the late SGM Teofilo Velez, which really propagated the art, and then it gave a launching platform to the rest of this art to spread. Grateful for Grandmaster Bobby Tabuada because when I was here, there was no vote bags. I reached out to him, and now I'm affiliated with him as well. And he's the one who spread the Balintawak art worldwide. So really, Grandmaster Monie is the last living brother of Wotbag. It's
All
funny,
right.
yeah, because there were three: Grandmaster Chito Velez, Grandmaster Eddie Velez, and him. So that's why you see in the pictures there are three of
Yeah.
them. But the thing is that he had been sick since 2015. These guys were healthy, and these guys all preceded him. So he's got a will to live and a grit to live. And if you have a chance, you can see his other videos. It's really very informative. And if you got some questions about Balintawak, yeah, it's very very detailed. But first of all, tonight I thank you for attending and helping this. This is really needed because even though he's out of the hospital, he still needs antibiotics, right?
Mm.
One
Yeah.
one one
Continuous
oral,
medication.
one
Yeah.
oral, and one IV. And you know how much that costs. Paul is a pharmacist, right? So we still need to support him on that. And at the same time, there's still continuing tests from his blood, from everything. But um, a quick update. So last Saturday, he actually had his seminar.
All
So
right.
yeah, he had a seminar, but it was quite slow, and we had to cut it off. And I was trying to help my moderator because Moni was the third time he was having cramps. I had to sit down, and I said, okay, maybe it's not coming back up. So I was texting the guy, hey, maybe we should call it. As soon as I said that, Grandmaster Moon stood up again. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue and everything. After 5 minutes, he goes, guys, I'm really sorry. I'm crying because no problem. It's only been like 4 weeks since, not even 4 weeks.
Mm.
But the unfortunate, unfortunate thing is that he has to go to do the seminars. Otherwise, he won't have the thing for the next month. We're always
Yeah,
month to month.
that's true. Yeah.
So
So he
thank you
needs
for
to have like a rolling seminar. Yeah.
yep.
I mean,
So
Jamar, you can always post uh, reminders for GM Moni's seminars actually in FMA discussion. Feel free to do that.
appreciate that. I would appreciate
And
that.
if he is already well enough, if there's any chance that we can
Interview.
put him
If you
on
do it,
for
yeah,
interview,
yeah.
that will be great.
Well, he's well enough up and about right now. So in anytime I'll just set it up. And
Yeah, we can organize it. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, we could do that.
excellent. Good. Okay, um, so that is, guys, that is basically Jamar doing introducing himself and how this whole thing started. Now, of course, the second person who played quite a lot here now in gathering all these fantastic instructors who are giving their time is actually Paul Rosales. Yeah. Um, yeah, so like what happened was we were talking. I create. Was it me? I created the chat group, or you created the chat group initially, Paul, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, talk about it and said me and Dean said, well, let's bring them in. So let them share the pain.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
anyway, so we asked basically both Jamar and Paul to see who can they come up with as a list for instructors who would like to teach, and then started talking about, are we going to do recorded, are we going to do live, and came into decision that we're doing both. And Paul, with his influence, with his charms, managed to gather a group of instructors who are willing to give their time. Okay, on to you, Paul.
Well, actually, the first thing I threw under the bus are my students. I said, the two of you have to volunteer on this. So right off the bat, not even asking them, I got Kevin from Germany to do some sort of basic Hirosa de Cuerdas, and Javier Monroy in charge of Chicago HDC. He's basically doing Sinawali application, which is actually a Sarada. Um, then from there, I went to my friends, and next thing Anthony from Paetes volunteered, Alex Urcia, um, Michael Malangyaon of Mactan also volunteered. I belong to a chat group with Royce Basse is there. Right off the bat, he volunteered too. So in reality, in the chat group, there's a lot of people that volunteered, but it's winter here in the US, and they're probably just watching how many people are in there. They're not responding, but I can still get them to volunteer. It's just I think they're getting overwhelmed with winter
Mm.
here in the US. Then lately, I think within the last 5 days, June Occidental goes, "Hey, I want to be a part of this."
Yeah.
So, and he got that picture with his shades and whatnot. So,
Guys, if you look at the picture, you can see all nine of them. All eight of them wielding their weapons as if they're ready to fight. Of course, basically, Paul is smiling for the ladies, but you got June there, like, I'm the boss.
Yeah.
I'm the boss.
I'm the boss. No, it's actually nice. It's because instructors who volunteered, except for you, for your two students, Paul, were actually non-Balintawak
Mm.
practitioners.
Yes.
And
Yes,
this is one thing good. This is one thing positive in the FMA community. Even though the person is not their direct instructor or not in their lineage, they're actually still willing to spend to devote time. Okay, to give some of their time to be able to help a grandmaster who's in need.
actually, that shocked me. Actually, that a lot of people volunteered. I even told my students, tell me what you want to teach and teach whatever you know, because Kevin also knows FCS.
Mhm.
I said it's your platform. You guys can teach whatever you guys want. Um, but again, it's a challenge trying to get them um, to volunteer. I know everybody's hectic on their schedule,
Mhm.
um, figuring out also what to teach. And
That's another thing. Yeah,
the biggest obstacle is how will you record? I mean, one an hour
that's
session,
our session.
and that's a struggle. And behind doors, actually, where I'm conversing to Jamar, I go, hey, how are you going to do this? I need to figure it out because when you teach me, I have to teach the other guys how to do this. You know,
It's
um,
easier to do it live, you know.
yeah,
Rather than
it's easy
record.
to do it live. It's recording. Uh, I recorded mine 2 days ago. It took me 25 takes to get it. And we're talking about introduction, telling who I was, because I keep screwing up who I am and my
Yeah,
background. But
Uh, you're a perfectionist, man.
it's a good thing because it enhances your skill in teaching.
yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah,
mean, it's a good cause to donate donating for a good cause, but at the same time, at the back end, you're also gaining something. This is what's nice about this. You're
yeah,
learning how to
that's
teach. You're
true.
learning how to talk in front of a camera. You know,
Yeah,
so
who doesn't respond?
Yep.
And it's also like, I mean, for me, it's nice to know. It's nice to know Jemar, and I found out that while talking privately, we do have something in common because his son basically has connections with UP, and his son is with the UP Street Dance Club, whose founder I know because I used to street dance with Jerome de Malanta. so, so yeah, it's a nice way to basically network, and it's a nice way to meet uh, FMAers as well, fellow FMAers, fellow enthusiasts.
yes, and
What?
and meeting new people. Like the first time I met Jamar, I mean, me and him clicked already in the beginning. You know, he's always on my teasing me every time and whatnot.
Yep.
But it's a good friendship. I mean, that's being built up through the years, and even though we have different styles, style doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we're one family. That's what's
exactly,
important.
exactly, exactly. You're about to say something, Jamar.
Yeah. What really touches my heart is that majority of the people, even you guys, you haven't even met Grandmaster Monie. You only have met him because I said Grandmaster Monie, but might have seen him videos, but you don't haven't have even met him. But then have the heart to help. Okay, so that's what's really very touching here. It's not. It's really more on the attitude of the heart. A lot of times we say, well, I'm gonna give because of what I get, but you're
Mm,
not getting anything out of this, right? Except this is just from the heart, which is really
mm,
what I appreciate a lot.
yeah, and it's actually it's yeah, it's kind of moving that you've got a lot of like instructors volunteering. This,
Hmm.
I mean, next week is just the recorded one. The last weekend of February is going to be all the live sessions.
Hmm.
So we haven't put out the posters yet because I need to have the final list of those who are going the live session, and also like coordinate the time. so so yeah, that's the one thing that we need to do. But okay, um, let's tell them about the setup for next week. Okay,
Yes.
how are we going? Who would like to do that?
Okay, I
Jamar,
can, I can I can start. You guys help me
All
because
right, okay.
we've all been just been like collaborating in this. So there is a poster, right? There is an event poster, and it shows who the instructors are, what they're going to be teaching. For example, me, I'm going to be teaching, Balintawak feeding tips, right? So there is the
Topic. Yeah.
topic there. On the lower left there's the QR code. That's the QR code which goes directly to the GoFundMe page that I set up for Grandmaster Monie, which kicked this all out. This is that. So what happened is that if people who are interested, they can just donate to Grandmaster Monie. It's $10 a lesson, right? Donate it in the GoFundMe. Then after they donate to GoFundMe, either they can send me or Paul a screenshot of the things they paid for. Or if you don't want to do that, I'm a process analyst. I'd like to make the process better. If you go to GoFundMe and just put there in the comments, okay, what you need this for, I will see that because GoFundMe notifies me. So that takes out the middleman here, like you having to cut and paste that you paid for, because I will see that right away. Once there's a donation to GoFundMe, I will see that. Once I see that, okay, I will have a list. Now this is now for the instructors, okay. For the instructors, if you can give me a URL, right? Put it on the on the Google Sheets that we have. If you can put that URL there, so that when someone asks, then I can just copy and paste that one, and then to whatever medium that they are asking for. Number one. Number two, right? If you do not want to do that, then I'm gonna send that person to you, right? And then you provide the link. So number three, how do we keep track? Okay, so in the Google Sheet there are two tabs. One is the tracker, wherein these are all the names these are all the people who have donated and who's the instructor, and also there is a place there when you say, oh, the link has been sent, right? We have to confirm that the link has been sent because this is a business transaction, right? We have got to do that. And then on the separate tab is the instructor's recording link where you can pick it. So that I'm making that available, that Google Sheet, to all the instructors. Okay, so either you could put something there or you don't. That's fine. But actually, you could also see the pace of the donations, who's doing what, and so at least we'll be able to know in the end and who to thank for in the end.
Yeah, brilliant. So,
And
do you have anything to add, Paul?
the good thing about this is it's $10. You have access for it for 1 week. I mean, I mean that is a gem by itself. I mean, we have very good topics that are being shown. You can rewind and you can
Yeah,
fast forward, and I mean, tell you what, I mean, there's 10 people, that's $100. What's $100? You go out to a bar, that's $100, right?
I mean, you donate 30, just like buying three tickets for a raffle, but instead of three tickets, you
Mhm.
basically you buy like three lessons for yourself.
Correct.
Right.
It's
And again, it's at least 45 to 1 hour long.
yeah,
Um, you know, it's for a good cause.
yeah,
Yeah, and I think it's funny because when I looked at all the topics, I figure some of the people that volunteered also have some background in Balintawak, but they did not cover Balintawak. They want to go, I'm going to show something else to
of
get
course.
people more
Yeah,
oh, interested on it. I
yeah.
mean, I changed my topic. I mean, I've been teaching it all the decor. I'm teaching Cadena di Mano that I learned from Master Jimmy Tacosa. So I'm changing my topic just to show that uh, this is actually a good fundraise, and if and in a good material.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think anybody has seen Cadena di Mano of Master Jimmy Tacosa. So
Aha. So, guys, that's one thing for you to watch out for. That particular session of Paul. It's come to think of it, it's almost like going to a FMA seminar, a whole day FMA seminar, except it's online.
and if you
Exactly. Different topics, different teachers.
and the good thing about it is you go to a seminar with all these instructors, am I right? Sometimes you need a little note to write down what you need to learn.
Exactly.
This time you can actually rewind and go, oh yeah, I can do it again and
Yeah.
again for 1 week.
Yeah. So, guys, if you want to, the list is basically posted in FMA discussion together with the flyers that I made. you'll be able to see the list of instructors and the topics that they are going to cover. And everything will kick off Monday for 1 week. So from the 13th of February to the 17th.
And I just want to add something too. Two of the instructors are based in the Philippines. So we have
Tony.
Samuel Rodriguez. He's in
Yep.
Cavite. His art is Arroyo Escrima. So people in the Philippines, you can if you want to figure out who these people are, you can $10 not that much.
Yep.
uh,
Yep.
and Roy Base, I mean, he's pretty big in Manila. So you want to see how he teaches, it's the time. $10,
Hmm.
$10 for 1 week. Again,
Yeah.
I
So
haven't seen anything like this, dude. $10 for 1 week that I can watch it over and over again. If I want to learn something, let's say I want to learn Jamar's topic, I bet you probably in the end of the week I should have mastered what he taught me.
yeah,
Am I right, Jamar? I
oh,
mean,
Yeah.
absolutely. One day for
I mean,
you.
it's feeding Balintawa. You need to learn how to feed. How are you gonna do contadas if you
Yeah,
don't know
I
how to
think
feed?
it's yeah, feeding is really important because it's
Yeah,
almost like having a good um, meat holder in boxing. So
correct.
yeah, right. We got some comments here from Grandmaster Dan Medina. Jimmy's empty hands are really good.
Nice.
Yep. Morgan Garrett, how many FMA systems promote and use Balisong? I see so few systems been touch a subject matter. Who's willing to share that what they know? Not really sure. Um, I'm not sure. Morgan, do you want to offer a Zoom lesson as well? You can get in touch with Paul. Yeah, for the live session. I mean, we're still not close, right?
Yeah.
Anybody who would still like to donate a recorded Zoom session or do the live one at the end of the month. I mean, you're still welcome.
Hey,
I can,
Morgan. Yeah, come on
yep.
in, join us, bro.
I mean, even for the recorded one, I can still tweak the number of people in the flyers.
Actually, that might be a good class. Actually, opening and closing the balisong. Unfortunately, I'm actually from Taal, Batangas, where that balisong is made. Unfortunately, I was taught since I was a child that the only way to open balisong is this way.
Yeah.
2 ways.
That's the only way. When I do this, I get yelled at.
Actually, I grew up in Tondo. That's also what they told me.
We only open it this way.
Yeah, I mean, flip. Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
But
Morgan,
it's
feel
nice to
free to
twirl.
contact John. Yep. It's nice to thrill, right? It's cool.
But being a Batangueño, my dad and my grandparents always told me, when you open that, open it so they know you're for real.
Mm,
You're only opening that because you are in trouble or you need to protect yourself.
yeah.
Other than that, don't open the thing.
But yeah, I mean, Morgan, feel free, man. You can do one session if you want in the live one at the end of February, or if you want to do a recorded one. Yeah, but I
So
think there are a few. I think
so
his
let me
question is
let
there
me
are a few.
let me throw in something. I think there's probably an elephant in the room on this. On the recorded session, are they allowed to download it for the personal use? Can we do that, or is just strictly view and go home? Like watch a movie and go
Access.
home, or take it home and be part of their library.
I think it's gonna be depending on the instructor on
Okay.
what
Mm,
they want to do. I know for a fact for me, you can watch it for 7 days. You won't be able to record it. It's because it's handed to me by Master Jimmy Takosa, and I just hate that other people will be using it later on that use it the wrong way or
Yep.
misinterpret that.
Yeah, so
My
it's going to be up to the instructors.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
I mean that can change. I mean, I'm open-minded. I mean, nowadays it's about sharing our knowledge. It's not about keeping it and for later use. Later use, you'll never use it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, but I think it's gonna be safe. It will be safe to say that it will depend on the instructor. I
Yeah.
mean, but yeah, whether to access it or be able to download it, maybe it's one of the things that they can ask the instructors themselves,
Yep.
Yeah.
and basically respect the decision of the instructor if they would allow the students to download it or just access.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But with my recording skills, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can prevent them from downloading. Oh well, down the window, right? But yeah. Regardless, it's for a good cause. Like I said, I mean, I'm actually excited on this program that you guys come up with. I mean,
It is. I
basically,
mean, I'm excited as well.
this is the first time we're doing a video recording, and I, I'm excited, and I think it's a it's a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe so.
This is the
I believe
FMA
so.
this is the FMA version of We Are the World.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice way of putting that.
Right. But some younger people don't understand that one. Maybe
Yeah,
they're
definitely.
too young. Us older
Definitely.
folks
I was like,
understand it better.
what? So yeah, are there anything that you want to bring up? And are there any questions from our audience? Okay, Morgan said, I would be honored to participate and contribute to such a good cause if it is something of value. I think that if there are grandmasters that are sharing info, would be far more valuable. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Morgan, get in touch so at least we can basically like, because especially for the live interview, we're still about to set the times for it, right? Depending on the time zone. So
Yes.
we need to get as many information from the instructors. So we're going to do that. Okay.
Yeah, and then like I said, I forgot Eugene is also watching. I mean, Eugene is another practitioner of Wattbag or head of Wattbag. So
Yeah.
there's a lot, and I think he's doing live. From my understanding, he's doing live. So
No,
Yeah,
he's
I think so.
recording it.
He's doing live.
No,
yeah,
actually
so
recorded. He recorded it.
Oh, did
oh,
he?
he also
Yeah,
got
he
recorded.
and I were just talking. He says my main problem is that we had the camera in reverse, so now you look right-handed. The right-handed looks like left-handed, and he said,
Oh yeah.
and he had to travel to Sacramento to work with somebody there. And I said you have to do it again, but he says someone was able to flip it back. So yeah,
Hmm. But can't you like sort that in the setting of Zoom to make it mirror image or not?
but it's been recorded already last weekend.
Oh,
That's the
oh, you need
problem.
you need to have it edited.
Yeah, well, he has his edited. He says he's working on that. I said otherwise, you're gonna have to go live, or you're gonna have to go back to to Sacramento this weekend and record it again.
Yeah, that's the
So
thing.
I want to add something. So some of the people, I mean, I did mention that two people are from the Philippines. We
Yeah,
have two people in Europe. Okay, so Junox, oh, three,
three in
three.
the Philippines. Tony.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, three. Three in the Philippines, Tony. Three in the Philippines and two in Europe. So we have June Occidental and also Kevin. So I think June is in Italy and Kevin is in Germany. So we
No,
do have,
John is in Brussels.
oh, Brussels. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Brussels.
So so we do have the whole world participating here. So
Yeah, you got maybe
different
like,
time zone. Yeah, we can do this. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, and then yeah, live. GM Yuli is also going to do live.
Right.
correct.
Mm.
That will be nice to watch.
Alex Ormaza is also going to do live.
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
Actually,
my friend Alex, huh? That's good. Alex and Michael Malagnon,
yeah.
June, and of
I'm
course
doing live.
my partner Yuli. Yeah,
Oh, but by the
yeah.
way, when we set this up, I also actually contacted the Russian house because
Mhm.
when Jim Mooney was in the still in the hospital, I did contacted the Russian house and asked um, Alex over there to, hey, talk to GM Bobby, talk to and see if you guys can do collection. So if they did a collection, thank you for doing that, Alex, and the Russian house. I think there's a picture that uh, GM Bobby and visited GM Moni in the hospital. I think there was a picture. Am I right, Jamar?
Yeah, it was a very poignant moment because Jim Mooney had just been transferred from this room to doing dialysis, and here you are. You got Grandmaster Bobby, you got Grandmaster Nick Elizar,
Correct.
and then Grandmaster Danny Casio and one other
Cantio,
person.
yeah, yes.
Yeah, visiting him. So it was funny because right after that, I gave Grandmaster Mooney a call. Right today, is Grandmaster Bobby there? I said, he's gone. But this child said that. His daughter said, "Well, he can't speak to you right now because he's choked up." I said, "Oh, you crying now?" Yeah, they made me cry because I didn't really expect them to visit. Just just that visit really touched him. And actually, this thing is really solidifying the martial arts community because in the end, right? We are promoting the Filipino martial arts in the end,
Correct.
Exactly.
and so regardless of style, we there's the person behind the style. A lot of
Correct.
us, there's the personalities before the person, but there's the person behind that. And I'm more of like I'm looking back to that person and humanize the person as
Yeah.
opposed to a person like I've seen students like I will only stay with you for as long as I can learn something from you. I
Yeah.
don't really have a heart for those students. But the thing is that right now, you guys don't know much about Grandmaster Moni, but you're responding like this. It really shows your a true heart of a martial artist.
Mm. Right.
Yeah,
Um,
in a combative sense, anyway, am I right? When we step on the floor, we fight. You prove to yourself who you are and what you learn, am I right? But
mm.
after that fight or sparring, whatever you name it, at the end of the day, everybody get together, everybody goes have dinner, everybody have drinks, and everybody
Exactly.
goes, hey, you freaking hit me over here, you know. I will get you next time. Am I right? I
Yeah.
mean,
You
that's the
hit me
good
over
thing
here. The rest
about
is on you.
yeah. That's the good thing about what's happening. The reason why I brought that up is I used to play with with one of the instructors who's also donating the time, Anthony. We play, and he gets me, I get him at the end of the day after I come back to the U.S. He goes, "I'm gonna get you next year when I come back," you know, because it's the friendship what matters. It's not the style
It's
goes
the
away,
camaraderie that
you know.
builds. Yeah.
Yeah.
The brotherhood.
The brotherhood. So now we asked everybody, let's go help for the medical bill for
Okay.
GM1.
Right. I'm going to quickly mention the instructors and the topics. Okay. So um, this is not according to age or
Yeah,
beauty,
yeah.
just to say, all right, or alphabetical order. So, but yeah, okay. So you've got Jamar Carcelar who's going to do Balintawak feeding tips and techniques. Okay, and Paul Antoque Rosales, who's going to do Cadena de Mano. Alex Ercia is going to do Kiro Pensa Pensiva, which is the offensive and defensive drills of Kiro. Okay. Michael Vincent Malanyaon will be doing application of Dulo Dulo in multiple entry points while in flow drill motion. Okay. Uh, Tony Pagalanan of Paete, he is going to do the siete position. Ronnie Royce Basse will be doing Brinaso, which is a panuntukan concept with his Laraw Pamuok. Javier Monroy, he's going to do Herrosa de Cuerdas, Sinawali application. You've got Samuel Arroyo Rodriguez, who's going to do Baston, transition from Baston to empty hand. Then Kevin, uh, Dworshak, did I pronounce this? Yep. He will be doing the Herosa de Cuerdas open close and wiper applications. And of course, June Occidental will be doing Spada Idaga. So guys, you've got 10 topics to choose from, all worth learning actually. GM Dan Medina, depending on the time when you're doing the live part, I might be able to contribute some of Lux of the Rovio. That would be nice, GM. I mean, we are going to play the live sessions according to your availability anyway. So we are basically like we're not bound, we're not restricted to just a particular time. So it can be almost like any time during that weekend. So whether Saturday or Sunday, whichever suits you best. Thank you very much in advance.
Yeah, thank you, GM.
Okay. So is there anything that we need to add?
Yeah, Jamar, anything to add on your end? I know you're the one who's doing this every month, so
Just a quick thank you. This is the start of a good cause, and when this event is all over, um, just continue to keep Grandmaster Monie in your thoughts and prayers, because when this is a one-time event for now, but the thing is that he continues to struggle every single month,
Mm,
health-wise and financial-wise. So most important thing is the health, right? So if you pray for him to keep him in your thoughts, that's one thing. But the other thing too is that I'm going to be reaching out to you guys and posting it's once a month seminar. It's
yeah, feel free to do so.
yeah, for maintenance of his dialysis. He needs about for $1,300 to $1,400 a month, 3 times a week dialysis plus medications. That's cheap, but it's not
Yeah,
cheap, right? So just continue to think about him, and for me, I'll be thinking about you guys because I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, and God bless you all.
yeah. So, Jamal, question. You mentioned earlier on that the monthly Zoom session of GM Money, it's like creating a library as well.
Yes, yes,
The past Zoom lessons, are they available?
yes, they are.
Might as well actually plug it. So anybody would basically like to learn a little bit more with the past Zoom lessons. How would they actually do it?
So I can post a list of the catalog of the past lessons, right? Probably in FMA discussion, right?
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
they can just reach out to me,
yeah.
and we'll give you the access to that. How Grandmaster Moni divides this is he first teaches from the point of view of the student.
Hmm.
Now he's on the instructor series from the point of view of the instructor, the entire curriculum, and then he goes back again later on for the point of view student and back and forth. So yes, I will. I will share that. We have done more than 24. It's been more than 2 years since
Wow,
pandemic, and
wow.
it's a big library trove over there.
wow. Yep. So there you go, guys. Even if you miss the monthly ones, or if you want basically to purchase the old sessions, just contact Jamar.
Yep. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
Yep, and remember, I mean, you're not just basically uh, getting all this information just basically for the sake of learning the art, but you're also helping GM Money for his financial uh, medications and
Yep.
yep.
Yeah,
Okay, Eugene said looks like GM Money already had 20 plus Zoom recorded sessions. Yeah.
It's about 24 or something. It's a
24.
lot. Yeah,
Yes, it's 24,
something like that.
24.
I still have to view my catalog because
Yeah.
it's increasing every single month. So for just for scheduling, right? So, good Master Moni's next scheduled seminar. I don't know how this will conflict with the live seminar here on our
Hmm.
part, but his next scheduled seminar is on February 25th, uh, uh, 7 to 8:30 Eastern Standard.
No, it won't I don't think it will be a problem because we're basically putting all the live seminars either on a Saturday or on a Sunday, and
Yeah,
the time will be whatever is going to be more convenient for the instructors.
yeah. Plus, they can always purchase this
Yep,
after the fact.
yep, yep, yep.
Another one last, elephant in the room. The live seminars, are they going to be recorded, or are is this like, okay, if you miss it, then it.
I would basically again because we've done like the Zoom seminars, the joint seminars, like I did one with Tuhon Jack. So people who paid, if they missed it on the actual day because they have already paid anyway or they have donated, then they can get the link from they get the link from Tuhon Jack. So as long as they basically, I think as long as they donated or something,
Yeah,
yeah, why
I
not?
think it's a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, why
and be
not?
fair for them and
Maybe.
fair for the instructors as well. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And as far as Paul says, there has to be an expiration date because he's a pharmacist.
It's only good for certain days, or else it doesn't
Yeah.
work anymore,
Yeah.
or
Well,
it becomes outdated. Am I right?
like like
Yeah.
like the Walgreens coupons that I received.
FMA keeps evolving, it keeps changing, so we can't
Uh,
keep on the. No, just kidding.
So yeah, I mean, yep. Anything that we missed?
Well, I mean, again, I want to thank the volunteers. They put out their time to videotape. They learned how to record themselves for one
Yeah,
hour. All these things. It's they put their time into it, uh, and that effort that they give is also for a good cause. So everything that we're sending out there are all positive vibes. So now let's convert those positive vibes to dollar amount so we can help
yeah.
as much as we can. That's
Uh,
basically it. I'm just so happy that this is going on. I mean, I didn't realize how big it's going to get. Tom, from me just panicking, hey, we need help, we need help. From having this, it's an uh,
I hope
awesome
you're
journey.
regretting it, man. So, anything last words, Jamar?
Last word.
this is unprecedented, unrivaled, uh, and I'm overwhelmed with the generosity and your kindness. And I'm relaying all of this to Grandmaster Moni. I'm sure that he appreciates everybody's help. And I'm let's arrange internally when you would like to interview Grandmaster Moni. I can arrange it.
Yeah, I'm really interested. Yep,
Yep.
yeah, we can do that. So, again, guys, just before we basically end this podcast. So, starting Monday, the 13th to Friday the 17th, you have the recorded Zoom lessons from 10 instructors. It might grow, depends if we get more people volunteering, but it's going to be $10 per lesson. Okay, so if, as we say, as we put it in the flyer, donate more, attend more. So basically, um, all choose how many topics you want to do, donate the amount of money for each lesson, and basically you can contact Jamar or Paul about it, especially for the instructors. Morgan, you can also like contact either Jamar or Paul, okay, with regards to your to your donation. I mean, for the lesson, for the session that you are donating. Okay, so
Mike just won him.
Michael, habol.
Sorry, Mike.
So yeah, I mean, good luck to us.
Yeah.
Well, guys. Well, thank you so much.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Thanks, Tom. I know it's late over there, and thank you for staying up.
Nah, walang anuman, walang anuman. It's always a pleasure to be able to help.
Okay.
Okay, and yeah. So yep. So yeah. Um. So we'll just basically communicate by the chat group again for any additionals and everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. Yes.
Right. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon or day, gents. Okay, and your weekend as well. Right.
Thank you.
Salamat po. Mabuhay.
Salamat. Maraming salamat. Bye-bye.
Walang anuman. Walang anuman. Okay. There we go. Right. So there you go, guys. Again, again, reminder. Monday. It's going to be the start of the charity event for GM Monie Velez. So thank you for your generosity. Thank you for the support that you've been given to. You've always been giving to um, FMA discussion, and again to all the instructors who gave their time and were still going to give their time for the live sessions. Thank you very much, and see you during my next interview. Have a nice weekend, guys. Bye.